We are 19 days away from the election, and tonight, the New York City mayoral candidates are doubling down and going on the attack.
In other words, what the Assemblyman said is he has no experience.
What I don't have in experience, I make up for in integrity. And what you don't have in integrity, you could never make up for in experience.
Yes.
We have the architect and we have the apprentice of no cash bail, which has been a disaster.
The first mayoral debate was both combative and complex. The issues that matter to you front and center tonight, and we break it all down. Good evening. I'm Christine Johnson. Tonight, New Yorkers had a chance to learn more about the three candidates vying to lead our city. It was a frenzied scene in Midtown as Andrew Cuomo, Curtis Sliwa, and Zohran Mamdani arrived for the debate. Inside, the sparks were flying as they squared off on issues and controversies ahead of the November 4th election. Political reporter Marcia Kramer is here to break it all down for us tonight. Marcia, it was quite a debate.
It was indeed, Christine. In fact, it might have been a lot easier for everyone if instead of a debate, Zohran Mamdani and Andrew Cuomo simply put on a pair of boxing gloves and tried to punch each other's lights out. The two men went after each other time and time again, which is clearly frustrating for Curtis Sliwa.
There's high levels of testosterone in this room.
It was the understatement of the night, and it happened barely 13 minutes into a 2-hour debate. Curtis Sliwa also experiencing the frustration of being the forgotten man. Cuomo and Mamdani just wanted to eviscerate each other.
This is no job for on-the-job training. And if you look at the failed mayors, they're ones that had no management experience. Don't do it again.
I have the experience of having served in the New York State Assembly for 5 years and watching a broken political system. And what all of that experience has shown me, which Mr. Cuomo can't seem to understand, is that it is far too expensive and far too hard for New Yorkers to afford to live in this city.
He literally has never had a job. On his resume, it says he interned for his mother. You could have a hurricane, you have, God forbid, a 9/11, a health pandemic.
And if we have a health pandemic, then why would New Yorkers turn back to the governor who sent seniors to their death in nursing homes?
The wide-ranging debate dealt with public safety, affordability, free buses, the need for more housing, and the ability to stand up to Donald Trump. But time and time again, it seemed to go back to anti-Semitism and whether Israel has the right to exist as a Jewish state.
The Assemblyman still won't say he believes that Israel has the right to exist as a Jewish state. He is a divisive personality.
I've said time and again that I recognize Israel's right to exist. I've said that I will not recognize any states. I said that I will not
as a Jewish state.
If I would be allowed to finish, that I would not recognize any state's right to exist with a system of hierarchy on the basis of race or religion.
Jews are under attack now more than ever before. And I don't believe either of you have the capabilities of protecting them with increased anti-Semitism.
I don't think in any way the Assemblyman is representative of the Muslim community. Many of his positions don't even follow the Muslim faith.
You know, it took Andrew Cuomo being beaten by a Muslim candidate in the Democratic primary for him to set foot in a mosque. It's been an hour and 20 minutes of this debate, and we haven't heard Governor Cuomo say the word affordability. That's why he lost the primary.
Although Mamdani was endorsed by Governor Hochul, he wouldn't endorse her re-election. Neither would Cuomo or Sliwa. Sliwa's best line was attacking Mamdani's plan to limit police response in domestic disputes.
With this new police outreach unit, will endanger women and children in domestic violence situations. They will be killed. They will be maimed.
So what did we learn? Well, we also learned that Mamdani has bought marijuana legally. Sliwa smoked medical marijuana. Andrew Cuomo is not into weed. Each of them spends about $150 a week on groceries. And egg and cheese on a roll is the fave bodega breakfast order for all three. No salt for Cuomo and Sliwa. Mamdani spices his up with jalapenos.
Egg and cheese on a roll. They're just like us, Marcia. So next week, one more debate, right?
God, only one more.
Okay. Thank you, Marcia. And do stay with us for leading up to this election day. On our website, you'll find a live blog of this debate. And we will have a full voters decide guide at cbsnewyork.com.